is these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go?
Y'all, a leaked video allegedly shows Jay-Z threatening witnesses tied to Diddy's.
Sure, here's a cleaned-up rewritten version of your text with improved flow, clarity, and structure, while keeping the core points and tone intact. Jay-Z at the center of explosive new allegations. Katt Williams drops bombshell claims they leaked. Video is sending shockwaves through the internet, allegedly showing Jay-Z involved in witness intimidation tied to the ongoing lawsuit surrounding Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, and now comedian Katt Williams is calling him out by name, dragging Pav directly into the center of this dark and escalating scandal. This isn't just an online rumor anymore. We're talking about lawsuits, federal investigations, potential witness tampering, and disturbing accusations that have some people asking, is Jay-Z actually Diddy's fixer? The one who steps in to cover things up when things spiral out of control? Let's break it down. The leaked clip that's stirring the pod Katt Williams recently teased a video during a podcast appearance, and it's this clip that has everyone shook. The footage allegedly shows Jay-Z outside a rented home in the Hamptons, speaking with two unidentified men. The audio is reportedly grainy, but those who claim to have heard it say the voice, which strongly resembles Jay-Z's, makes several ominous remarks. According to sources, the Jay-Z-sounding voice warns the men about someone talking too much, and implies that those seeking attention are asking to get help. One of the men reportedly gets nervous and brings up a woman who has already spoken to federal investigators. The voice, allegedly Jay's, responds coldly, telling them to handle it before trial, and even references the Cassie case, saying that was Diddy's mess. We're not getting caught like that. Allegations are getting serious. The video hasn't been aired by mainstream news outlets or verified by independent sources. The timing of its release has made people take it seriously. And what's even more damning, this comes just after a witness named Manzaro filed a federal complaint claiming he was drugged, assaulted, and paraded half-naked in front of Jay-Z and Beyoncé at a party hosted by Diddy's son. Lawsuit names both Jay-Z and Beyoncé, alleging they were present as part of a twisted punishment orchestrated by Diddy. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, quickly denied Jay's involvement, stating he wasn't even in the state at the time. But Manzaro's legal team says they have new cell phone tower data and video placing him at the scene. If the leaked video matches that timeline, we're no longer in conspiracy theory territory. We're talking about potential federal witness intimidation charges. That's serious. Katt Williams' long-standing warnings. Katt Williams has been warning people about the dark side of the music industry for years. He was mocked, dismissed as unstable, or accused of being bitter. But now, many are calling him prophetic. In his viral interview with Shannon Sharpe earlier this year, Katt hinted that the industry's top names aren't just successful, they're complicit. According to him, you don't get to the top without protecting powerful people and doing their dirty work behind the scenes. Now, in a recent live stream, Katt dropped Jay-Z's name directly, suggesting he isn't just a bystander, but an active participant in what he calls the fixer culture. He claims Jay has a pattern. When things get messy, he distances himself and lets others take the fall, always managing to come out squeaky clean. Connecting the dots, social media erupted, with users pointing out how Jay-Z always seems to drama when the industry turns on another black man. Whether it was Dame Dash, DeHaven Biggs, or Kareem Burke, folks say Jay has a history of betrayal when it suits him. Even Jaguar Wright has spoken out, claiming Jay-Z carefully orchestrated the downfall of those around him to climb higher. She says he didn't just succeed, he replaced the people who helped build his empire. Conclusion: is Jay-Z the puppet master? If the leaked video is real and lines up with Manzaro's allegations, then we may be on the brink of something explosive. Diddy might not be the only one facing charges. Jay-Z could find himself under serious legal scrutiny. Until the video is officially verified, it remains speculation. But in an era where more and more conspiracy theories turn out to be true, this might just be the calm before a legal and cultural storm. Stay tuned, because if Katt Williams is right, everything we thought we knew about the power players in hip-hop might be about to change. Absolutely. Here's a rewritten, polished version of your text that keeps the tone intense and engaging while making it more coherent, structured, and readable. Jay-Z and Diddy face one of the darkest allegations yet, and the silence is deafening. Maybe it's just coincidence. Or maybe what we're seeing now is just the tip of a very dark iceberg. Because if the leaked clip and the intimidation claims weren't disturbing enough, let's go back to one of the most serious and chilling allegations ever filed against both Jay-Z and Diddy. We're talking about the refiled 2024 civil lawsuit that accused both men of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 during an after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The shockwaves from that filing rocked the industry to its core. The Jane Doe lawsuit that shook the industry according to court documents. The victim, identified only as Jane Doe, claimed she was dropped off outside Radio City Music Hall, hoping to attend the VMAs. That's when a limo driver, allegedly working for Diddy, approached her and said something deeply disturbing. "Diddy likes younger girls. You fit what they're looking for." She was then taken to a large white mansion, handed a single drink, and the next thing she remembered was waking up in a bedroom with Jay.
Trained them one by one. She believes he stole their identities, lives, and opportunities to elevate himself.
He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Or maybe it's
Jay-Z, Diddy, and a well-known female celebrity in the room. Though the lawsuit was later dropped, the internet didn't forget. In fact, the silence surrounding its dismissal only fueled more suspicion. People started asking, was there a payout? Was the victim pressured? Why was it so quietly buried? Because here's the thing, the victim's attorney, Tony Busby, has previously claimed that Jay-Z tried to intimidate and silence his clients, and if that's true, then this isn't an isolated incident. It could be a pattern. Jay-Z's legal team hit back hard, accusing Busby of shameless profiteering and issuing a public statement. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whoever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? But that response? It didn't ease the backlash. If anything, it raised more eyebrows. So, the question remains, how many of these horrific but unprovable claims have to surface before something finally sticks? 50 Cent drops a bomb, then came. 50 Cent? Never one to hold back. In what might be the most loaded Instagram post of the year, 50 posted a series of old photos of Jay-Z and Diddy over the years, laughing, hugging, side by side while the old track Just the Two of Us played in the background. His caption, "Friends to the end. Jay, are you still there?" The internet exploded, because what he was referencing wasn't just nostalgia, it was a bombshell lawsuit where Cassie claimed that Diddy once told her, "I'ma blow that ninja's car up," referring to Kid Cudi, who she had allegedly started dating. Not long after Cudi's car really did explode in his driveway, and when he later testified about it, he confirmed it happened. Now 50 Cent is hinting that Jay-Z may have known, or even helped cover it up. And let's not forget, 50 was the first person to publicly say Diddy was under federal investigation, months before CNN confirmed it. So when 50 posts, "Jay, are you still there?" it's not trolling. It's a warning. Did Jay-Z blacklist Chris Brown? Now here's the part some folks say sounds far-fetched, but it's a theory that's been gaining real traction online, especially on Reddit and TikTok. Some believe that Jay-Z sabotaged Chris Brown's career after the 2009 incident with Rihanna. That infamous night sent Chris's career into a tailspin. Blacklisted, cancelled, career nearly destroyed. But what really happened? Rumors have swirled for years that Rihanna may have had an affair with Jay-Z, sparking the violent altercation. Others claim Rihanna allegedly gave Chris an STD, and the fallout caused chaos. But what really gets people talking is the way Jay-Z, who had business and personal ties to Rihanna, allegedly used his influence to destroy Chris's reputation permanently. And Jay-Z's influence is real. Jesse Collins, the executive producer of the Super Bowl halftime show, confirmed that Jay-Z has final say on who headlines. Chris Brown has never performed on that stage. He hasn't even been seen at the Grammys in over a decade. Meanwhile, Dr. Dre, who has a history of violence against women, was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Grammy. So why has Chris Brown remained blacklisted? Fans believe that if Jay-Z gave the green light, Chris Brown would be fully welcomed back. But Jay hasn't. And now that Diddy's empire is falling apart, people are wondering if Jay is working overtime to keep his name clean by staying in control of who rises and who falls. The Manzaro allegations, a hit to all gone wrong. Let's circle back to the Manzaro lawsuit, because this might be the most disturbing piece of all. According to the suit, Jay-Z and Beyoncé were allegedly seated in the same room where Manzaro was drugged, assaulted, and paraded around. Jay-Z's lawyer Alex Spiro quickly denied Jay-Z was even in the state at the time. but the plaintiff's legal team says they have cell tower data and video placing him there. If that's true, we're talking about direct complicity. Even creepier, the mansion where it happened is now allegedly owned by Gloria Estefan, and court documents suggest she told her husband to call 911 after seeing Manzaro's condition. But Emilio Estefan allegedly shut her down and escorted her away, silencing her in the moment. What does that sound like to you? Because to a growing number of people online, this sounds less like a wild party and more like a ritual gone horribly wrong. So what now? The silence from major media outlets is getting harder to ignore. As more witnesses come forward and more alleged connections between Jay-Z and Diddy surface, people are starting to ask a very uncomfortable question. Is Jay-Z the puppet master, the real cleaner behind the scenes, while everyone else takes the fall? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe this is all just wild internet speculation, or is something deeper finally starting to surface? Absolutely. Here's a rewritten, polished version of your text, keeping the strong narrative flow and conspiratorial tone, but tightening it up for clarity and impact. This version reads like a powerful expose or voiceover for a documentary-style video. Jay-Z, Diddy's fixer or the real mastermind? A breakdown that's got everyone watching. Let's get into it. They say Jay-Z doesn't even run his own house, can't control Beyonce, but wants to control the entire industry. According to Jaguar Wright, Jay is trying to present himself as this clean, untouchable mogul, a king above the mess. But behind the scenes, she says he's just as involved, maybe even more. And there's a moment that made a lot of folks pause. Remember when Killer Mike won 3 Grammys in one night? Best Rap Album, Best Rap Song, and Best Rap Performance? It should have been the biggest night of his career, but just minutes after stepping off stage, he was arrested inside the arena in a suit, in handcuffs, by the LAPD. And guess who was right backstage when it happened? Jay-Z. Now to be clear, no one's saying Jay called the cops, but the timing? It's insane. And fans on Twitter aren't buying the coincidence. Jay's ties to law enforcement-friendly brands like the NFL, they think it's all part of the same playbook. To many people, Jay-Z isn't empowering the culture, he's policing it. And once again, Jay said nothing. He smiled, walked away, and went home. From Kaepernick to the culture, is Jay-Z the gatekeeper? Let's not forget, this is the same Jay-Z who turned down the Super Bowl to stand with Colin Kaepernick, only to quietly partner with the NFL a year later. He became the league's head of entertainment strategy right when they were under fire for blackballing Cap. Some called it a power move. He's making change from the inside. Others called it what it looked like, corporate puppetry in a designer suit. And now, Jay-Z decides who performs on the world's biggest stages. He picks who shines. And who DOESN single quotes T. Many in the industry believe he's the new gatekeeper, and he's not opening the door for the next generation. He's guarding it. The ROC Nation Triangle. More than just a symbol. Now it wouldn't be a full expose without touching on Jay-Z's obsession with symbols, especially the infamous ROC Nation Triangle handsign.no. We're not here to toss around Illuminati theories just for views, but let's be real. With everything coming to light, the lawsuits, the undias, the freak-off rumors, people are looking at those symbols in a very different way. And if you think that's a reach, ask yourself, why are private parties, celebrity settlements, and connections to Epstein all circling the same small group of names? Why does Jay-Z's name keep disappearing from legal documents? Even Beyonce's visuals are under scrutiny, especially her Black is King project. People point to the horned lighting, the ritualistic imagery, the throne symbolism, all of it subtly looks less artistic and more coded. Is Jay-Z letting Diddy fall to save himself? And now, the million-dollar question, is Jay-Z letting Diddy take the fall to protect himself? Because ever since the Cassie lawsuit exploded, Jay has gone ghost. No statement, no denial, no response, but somehow, his name keeps popping up. Monza Row says Jay was at the
Alive.
Arrested immediately after because Jay-Z paid somebody up just so he couldn't have a good night. You Sean.
Hey, man.
Weirdo. I don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me. Ever. All I do is frustrate your AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle a bitch like me. You can't even control that goofy bitch.
Jeez. Freak-off. Jane Doe accuses him of assault. Alongside Diddy, back in 2000, Katt Williams teases a leaked witness intimidation clip, and 50 Cent always calculated posts. Jay, are you still there? With a laughing emoji. So here's the real question. Why hasn't Jay-Z been indicted yet? Some insiders believe it's simple. He made a deal. They say Jay cut off Diddy behind closed doors, handed over information, and is now cooperating silently to protect our OC Nation, protect Beyonce, and protect himself. Because what happens to every lawsuit connected to Jay? The Jane Doe rape case dropped. The VMA party allegations vanished. The Manzaro claims silenced after Gloria Estefan allegedly